Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to make two very simple and easy Christmas cards. I've already drawn out the design for this one because I do realise that on the videos it's quite hard to see the pencil drawing when I'm doing that. So I've got two kind of tall silhouette houses and then a kind of swirly designed tree. And what I'm going to do is just put plain water on with about a centimetre gap around the edge. You might want to pick it up and move the card in the light to see where your water is, but you're going to fill that whole section with just plain water. And then I'm using phthalo blue for this, so it's a very kind of dark night sky. I did realise that I think for the original one of these that I must have mixed it with a little bit of Payne's grey as well, because it didn't turn out as dark. So I do go over this in a little bit with some Payne's grey as well, just to make it darker, but you might quite like it bright. But just put some fairly strong pigment around the edges and then it will bleed into the water in the middle. Then for the colour in the middle I have just used pure kind of violet. You could mix your own purple. You could do anything really. You could do a lighter blue, but I've just dotted some of the purple in, and again it will just bleed into the other colours. Here I'm just going over the top of the original paint with the darker mix of the phthalo and the Payne's grey. Because some of it's still wet, it is bleeding in, and I've just added some water in as well to help it to bleed in. You want this as soft as possible. Then after it's dried and it's completely dry, hopefully you should still see your pencil line below. I've just got a Unipin pen, fine line, that I am just drawing over the design. And that's about it for this one. I shall let you watch the rest of the drawing. I'll probably speed it up for you because you don't need to see this in real time. For this second Christmas card, I wanted to do some baubles with some kind of doodles on the top. So I went in my sketch pad and I designed a few ideas. So I'm going to use some of those. And I'm just going to use traditional red and green. So I've got sap green and I'm not quite sure what red it was, but just choose a red that looks Christmassy. I'm just going to start by painting some shapes. So I'm going for mainly spherical baubles. Just blotting a little bit off there because I want the shadow, and I should have gone in a bit lighter and then added a little bit of dark colour, which is what I've done with this lozenge shaped bauble, I would call that. So that's just a very, very light colour, and then I've gone in with a stronger pigment of the colour on top, and that will just bleed in. Continue to build up your shapes. Odd numbers always work well in compositions, so that's why I've gone for 5 here. Then when that's completely dry, I've again taken the Unipin pen and just do a rough couple of circles around. You don't have to make it exactly even with the shape that you've got on. So that means you don't need a steady hand either, which is fabulous. And then don't forget the little kind of loops for hanging your strings on. I didn't draw the doodles in pencil first, I have just literally done them freehand on the top, but you can do whatever you feel comfortable with. So just whatever kind of pattern that you would like. Don't forget that they are spherical, so if you do kind of bands around them or stripes, they will need to curve, and just have fun with it. decided, because there was a nice gap here, to write Season's Greetings, so I've just faintly done some guidelines, so that's 3 lines there, and I'm going to write it in pencil and then go over with the fine line pen. And then I've turned the card round so I can do the strings that they're hanging on, and again I've done 2 here, so just quite loose. And then for the finishing touches, I've got out my gold Winsor & Newton ink. Give it a good stir beforehand. Mine was a bit claggy in the bottom, I don't know why. Maybe I didn't stir it properly the time before. And then I'm just going to embellish the baubles, so put a few kind of dots on them and fill in the stripes on the lozenge shaped bauble. And just decided to add a few dots around just for a little bit of added decoration. Two really simple and quick Christmas cards to do. All you need to do is leave the drying time between putting the paint on and putting the pen on, but I think you'll find that they are extremely lovely and easy cards to make. So please let me know if you're going to have a go. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I shall see you in the next one. Have a lovely Christmas.